Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing. Is this thing on? Borka back again with another video. I know it's been like 4 months, right? But what do you do? Today, as you probably guessed by looking at the video's title, we are here to talk about Handsome Jack. Now, before we start, let me say this disclaimer. This video contains heavy spoilers for both Borderlands 2 and Borderlands the pre-sequel, and it seems you've already played both the games and beaten them, or at the very least, watched someone else do it. With the disclaimer out of the way, let's just begin, right? The story of Handsome Jack begins in Borderlands the pre-sequel. I've never actually played this game. It always breaks whenever I try, but I have seen other people play it, so I will do my best to show how Handsome Jack was presented in the pre-sequel. Handsome Jack was either a mechanical engineer or programmer in the Hyperion mega corporation. Over the course of the game, he assembles a team to try and get to Pandora's moon to try and unlock the moon's vault for prosperity or whatever. In the end, however, his friends end up having to betray him, deeming the vault's treasure too powerful, which leads Jack to have a permanent scar on his face. He then kills the president of Hyperion and takes his place. Anyway, stuff I haven't actually played through myself out of the way, let's get to the meat and potatoes of this video. Borderlands 2, and my Handsome Jack is such an effective villain in my opinion. First, what makes a good villain? To me, a good villain needs to have three things: motive, presence, and threat. A great villain has even more traits, such as funny villains like Dr. Doofenshmirtz, sympathetic villains like Syndrome, and villains you absolutely fucking despise, such as characters like Kamoshida. Handsome Jack is all of these. He's absolutely hilarious, and yet the game makes it clear you are not supposed to like him. However, when playing the pre-sequel, you can't help but at least feel a little bad for the guy, which leads me to Handsome Jack's motive. When you play Borderlands 2, no matter how much you hate Jack, it is made abundantly clear that he is kind of, sort of right. Pandora is a dangerous, lawless land filled with bandits and scum. It is a land that took everything from our handsome lad. We see throughout the game that Jack's motives are pure and just. It is specifically what he does to achieve his goals that make him a villain, rather than a knight in shining armor. Handsome Jack wants to bring law, order, and peace and prosperity to Pandora. And through many of the audio logs and interactions you have with him throughout the game, it is made abundantly clear that he doesn't care how many men, women, and children he has to kill to achieve his goals. Handsome Jack also has an undeniable presence. The game opens with him almost killing you, and throughout the game his presence looms over the player. He taunts you quite often. Hell, there's even a quest where he pays you to kill yourself, which is both really funny and shows how much power Jack has. Presence, when talking about villains, is always decently easy to explain, albeit a little intangible. Threat, however, there are many ways a villain can be threatening. It can be through immense power, it can be through intelligence, it could even be through something as simple as a deep connection to the player character. However, Handsome Jack is made threatening from the moment the game starts, not because of physical capabilities, intelligence, or connection to the player character, but his immense wealth, his influence, and his technological knowledge. Throughout the game, Handsome Jack pays off countless people to try and kill you. He has a vast army of robots that just obey every word he says. And one of the earliest and most difficult sections of the game involves a mission to save a character named Roland, who is the leader of the Crimson Raiders. You need to save him from Handsome Jack. In this mission, you are tasked with raiding a bandit camp that Handsome Jack is paid off to keep Roland captive. I believe these bandits are called the Bloodshots. It's been a while since I played the game, okay? During this mission, you must traverse the camp, killing every bandit that gets in your way. In my experience, the optimal team comp for this is the Psycho, the Gunzerker, the Siren, and I forget what Zero's class is. It might be the Assassin. I could be wrong. Regardless, the infiltration is extremely difficult, especially since Borderlands 2's gameplay encourages you to be, it heavily encourages you to be very aggressive. If you're not, everything will kill you rather quickly, but if you're unprepared, aggression becomes very difficult to do. Borderlands 2 gives you ample time to prepare, but if you start the story mission immediately, as I did on my first playthrough, there's no getting around it. You're in for a rough ride. At the end of the Bloodshot camp, Roland is taken from you just as you're about to escape by one of the toughest enemies in the game. Even when ignoring badasses, a constructor. This leads to the final leg of the story mission, in which you infiltrate the Friendship Gulag. Yes, that is actually what it's called. You do this in order to save Roland in the allotted time limit. If you fail, however, you have to chase the damn thing across the dust. Now, I wouldn't call the Jack the GOAT if there weren't other things going for him. Let's discuss my favorite mission in the entire game, where Angels Fear to Tread. This mission is split into two parts, with the first one being to find Jack's location, at the behest of Angel. To do this, you first need to convince a funny little robot named Claptrap to help. You need to climb a hill infested with Jack's robot army, and lead Claptrap to a barrier that only he can pass through. Once he deactivates it, you can continue climbing the hill. Hyperion then launches a bombardment in order to try and halt your progress. All the while, Handsome Jack continues to taunt you. Upon reaching the top of the hill, you reach the mission's objective, the bunker. Oddly, it doesn't look like a bunker. And when you get inside, you are met with powerful automatic cannons. Once you start destroying those, you are swarmed with robots. After all the cannons are destroyed, the real bunker is revealed. A large airborne robot that is armed to the teeth. Its designation is BNK-3R. This fight is really cool. It's awesome, and it's genuinely one of the best moments in the game. Afterwards, you gain access to the Control Core Angel fight, revealing the twist that Angel wasn't an AI, but actually Jack's daughter. This fight is tough. Like, really tough. Angel begs you to destroy these 3 iridium injectors so that she may finally be free in death. Roland enters the chamber to aid you with the fight, against the advice of some of the other characters, but after it ends, Handsome Jack kills the guy in cold blood. And against the advice given to her, Lilith attempts to kill Jack, but she ends up just captured instead. Lilith is then told to kill the Vault Hunters, and she is basically forced to attempt to do so via something Handsome Jack has, called a control collar. She, however, teleports them to Sanctuary instead, and specifically Marcus's storeroom. This mission shows the lengths Jack will go to achieve his goals, and makes it abundantly clear how he intends to complete them. There's also the fact that Handsome Jack is absolutely hilarious. Being funny isn't a necessary trait, but it is absolutely a welcome one. In the opening act of the game, one of Jack's lines is,
"Hey kiddo, Jack here, president of Hyperion. Let me explain how things work here. The Vault Hunters show up, Vault Hunter looks for the new vault, Vault Hunter gets killed. By me. You see the problem here? You're still alive. So if you could just do me a favor and off yourself, that'd be great."
And to note, this line gets a major payoff through one of the side quests. In this side quest, Handsome Jack offers you a huge sum of money to, off yourself. You are given the option to go to a Hyperion suicide prevention hotline. This hotline doesn't give you iridium, but it does grant you more XP. If you choose not to do it, Handsome Jack calls you a coward and says,
"Enjoy your nothing, idiot."
Anyway, Handsome Jack continues to be, in my eyes, one of, if not the greatest villain of all time. He is effective in every way. He has a tragic backstory, noble goals, and he's just really cruel and mean. He has presence, motive, and threat, and as a bonus, he's really funny. Throughout Borderlands 2, everything leads up to a massive finale that is truly epic when he finally opens the vault. The fight against the warrior, which is not really mentioned throughout this video, just because he's not that important to this video, feels like a really epic and grandiose finale. And Jack's words after the final battle are said and done truly to show how far he's fallen. It almost makes you feel bad for him, knowing what he went through. Almost. Anyway, y'all, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe. It was a blast to make, and Handsome Jack is unironically one of the most nuanced villains I've seen. So of course I'd make a video on him. Enjoy this video, and I'll see you on the flip side.